So why don't you tell me who you are and what you're doing here at Linux World?
I'm José Landivar, commercial director for Elastix. So we're here presenting a product that does unified communications. So basically software, open source software that does email, faxing, voice, everything.
Unified communications. I hear that term a lot, but it's confusing. I see businesses, they have phone systems and everybody's got an extension they call each other. What does your product have to do with the regular phone system a business would use?
So we basically will connect with the software. You can connect your phone lines or telephone service, and you will have a PBX service. So basically you can have extensions, you can have voicemail, you can have call recording, transfer, conferencing, everything you can have with just open source software. What we do is we put together that software into a platform, a hardware platform, that will allow you to deploy it easier.
Are you building this from the ground up? Are you leveraging any free and open source technologies?
We're all about open source technologies. All of our products are free. We are proud to be free software all the way, open source. And what we try to do is even open up higher end features. So for instance, right now we have created the first truly working, easy to use, open source call center module, where you have access to predictive dialing, progressive dialing, screen pop-ups, and all of those high-end features that you normally not find in open source software. And we've opened it up completely in GPL.
Who's using your product? Do you have some clients?
We have a lot of clients around the world. It's kind of hard to keep track because we have over 1,500 downloads a day, so we don't really, we can't really track that. However, in our realm that we have done install, the president of Ecuador is currently using it. We have TV channels using it. We have large governmental agencies using it. So it's proven reliable. Sometimes people have the misconception that an asterisk-based solution like ours is not a reliable solution, but that's frankly not true. We've seen our product going up to 400, 500 extension with no problem.
What is your business model?
We mainly created the software as a facility for people to use highly reliable phone service or unified communication service in this case. But what we do is we make sure that we have a competing solution, very, very feature rich, and then we box it into appliances, hardware appliances, so people can buy it and it'll be easy turnkey solution. On top of that, we commercialize our services. So you can buy per hour support, paid support, or we can even do a project for you if you're really interested. One of us or our partners will do this project wherever you are in the world.
What about wake-up calls? Let's say that a hotel or the hotel industry wanted to use this. How well could you integrate this into a hotel that has a billing system already?
So currently the way that we would integrate is you can export through Excel in a CSV file, and you can import it into any of the softwares available. We're currently working into an implementation with Micros platform, where you can basically get all the billing for the room that has been placing calls. You could do that.
Are you working Micros, the point of sale retailer?
That's correct. So this will be Fidelius, really is the product name.
Okay.
They purchase company. And also we have now some functionality that will allow you to do wake-up calls even without that integration. So you have what's called an agenda in the software, and you will be able to remind that person, even have that person record the message that wants to be played out for himself in the future.
How much expertise does a person need to be able to set up and administrate one of your appliances?
So our premise really is to be very easy to use, and really that's what it's been. And people tend to prefer us because they know they can download the software, burn it into a CD, put it into their servers, and they'll be up and running within 20 minutes. So we have the pleasure to say that you will be up and running in 20 minutes, and otherwise we're not doing our jobs right. It should be very simple for you to use.
So you're depending on business partners as well as the reselling of appliances and providing tier 2 support to monetize the further development of Elastix.
That's correct. We can also provide direct support, software support to end users if they would want to, and we do through our website. That's the way that the project gets funded. right? So that we can keep continuing and making improvements.
What's on the horizon for Elastix? What's the next great thing that you expect to be doing this year?
Well, we're focusing very much on the high-end features, such as call center features and that kind of stuff. We keep an eye always on what's new out there, new technologies and where things are done. We keep a close eye on free switch and other technologies. We're always looking into what to do next. And I think for us, what's in the horizon, in the near term at least, is making it even more easy to use. So we are very much into doing complex things with the least amount of ramp up as far as knowledge.
Why is Elastix valuable to the average user?
Basically, it's a platform that allows you to be very, very reliable. It does no compromises on reliability, which is a must in this type of communications. And you'll be able to manage your own communications and not have a system administrator manage it for you.
How are you handling high availability, failover, and redundancy?
That's a good question. So you can handle it via hardware, you can handle it via software. We do sort of a combination of that. Depending on the case, you could use two of our boxes, of our appliances, or even if you have your own servers, you could do it with two instances of our software. And what you will do is you will create a cluster between them. One of them goes down, the other one is up. The only problem that you have with that is that where do your lines, your phone lines go? So for that we use a device, it's called, one of our partners called Red Phone Communications. What they do is they have a high availability device that will take PRI lines and will divide them into two Elastix boxes. And so when one of them goes down, the device is aware that the other one is up.
What about
you won't have an interruption.
I'm sorry. What about virtualization? Are you finding that you can virtualize Elastix into a Zen or any type of a virtual container?
Yeah, currently there are a few companies out there offering already virtualized PBXs using Elastix. So it's your choice if you want to. You can use plain old asterisk, so you can use Elastix. We recommend that you use Elastix. It's much easier for you to manage.
Many people talk about there being kernel timing issues, though, and that you can't get a functional virtualized software PBX. Has that not been your experience?
Well, so far we haven't been offering a virtualized in a massive ourselves. We haven't been offering it in a massive way. However, we haven't seen those issues yet. As that technology gets more and more popular, I'm sure we'll be solving any quirks that will be there. But we don't see anything particularly difficult in getting that to work. I think that's the way of the future, in fact.
Is there anything else that you'd like someone to know who's not fully understanding or is thinking about making a phone investment about a software PBX in Elastix?
Well, basically what our solution allows you to do is in a very low budget, you would be able to come up with a competing solution to any of the Cisco's, Nortels, and all the big players. You will be able to do that solution highly available, and you will be able to manage it yourself. And what's best about this is that it's future-proof. Because what you can do is once you make the initial investment, even a small investment like this one, you will be future-proof for any features that come out in the future. You'll be able to just click update, and if we've come up with a new feature, you don't have to pay any licensing for it. You'll automatically be presented with the new feature and use it.
Won't you eventually decide to offer a proprietary licensed versions of Elastix and then leave, and offer something separate than the free version?
Well, it's a temptation for a lot of projects. We have pretty clear panorama of where we want to be. We are guaranteed to be fully open source always. And what we want to do really, proof of that really is that we have our call center software that does predictive dialing and progressive dialing and screen pop-ups and all of this, and it's fully open source. Currently it's one of the best solutions that there's out there for open source call center or contact center solutions.
I want to thank you very much for taking the time to answer these questions. It's always good to see new vendors with innovative products here at Linux World, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, I appreciate it.